Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Kristen and I'm a first year teacher. I teach Algebra 1, Math Support, and then Algebra Intervention. And this video is going to be about a week in my life. Now this week is slightly different, which is why I want to take you along with me. Today's a normal day, tomorrow's a normal day, but Wednesday we take the PSAT, so we will be proctoring that. And then Thursday we have a normal day, and then Friday we have no school. So it is a nice 3-ish day if you don't count the PSAT as, teaching and test stuff like that. So I have a nice 3-day week, and I want to take you along with what we are doing this week. So for today, Monday, we are doing graphing functions by using a t-table or a chart, and we started this on Friday, but since we had our pep assembly for homecoming, we had like a shortened schedule, so we did not finish it. So we're finishing our notes. So we just had create a table regarding the function, and then we have to graph the function by plotting the points. So we're just working on this packet today. I think we only have like the last two to do, which one is the story problem, so that will be good to go over today, even if we already did it on Friday, but we have that to do. And then around the room, I have numbers hung up around the whiteboard, so we're gonna do group whiteboard work. And I just have like little of these that I'm gonna magnet to the board, and then as a group, they're going to work this out on the board by creating the t-table and then graphing it on the board. We'll see how the graphing goes on the board. Some students are not great at creating like the coordinate grid, so we'll see how that goes, but as long as they create the table, hopefully they can graph it or plot the points. So some of them are like this one where it's in standard form and we have to move it to y equals mxb, and then some are like absolute value, like this one is absolute value of x minus 1. So just things like that we're going to be working on today, and then they'll have a practice homework after we work on the whiteboard review. Whiteboards, this one's just 3 of them, one's a word problem, so that's what they're going to do for homework today. So I just put up our morning agenda. I changed the date, so now I will just relax for a little bit. I did make my iced coffee, my pumpkin spice iced coffee, and my whipped cream already melted, but yesterday I went to Aldi to get pumpkin spiced whipped cream, and I tasted it. It kind of just tastes like pumpkin pie, but it was actually really good, and it looks like it all finally melted into my iced coffee, so I wonder if it'll taste different. So I'm excited for that. Here are our weekly updates. Graphing today, arithmetic sequences tomorrow. Wednesday we take the PSAT. Thursday we're going to review and do a Halloween graphing activity, and then Friday we do not have school. Here's our good morning for the day, and it is our meme of the day or picture of the day. It's a short week. We've got this. So on the board today for our graphing, we started out with a standard form and went to an absolute value. A lot of kids erased what they did, but we had groups of 3 and they each solved them. This group erased theirs, that group did both of theirs, and then that group erased it. But this is my first day doing this and I really enjoyed it, and they actually seemed to be talking, so I was really glad to see that happen. Happy Tuesday! Today we are doing arithmetic sequences, so we just have some warm-up, some notes about the pattern, what makes it an arithmetic sequence, and then we have some problems on the back. And then since the notes are a little bit longer today, front and back, we just have a homework assignment. And since the homework assignment is also one of the longer ones that I've given this year, they will have time to work on it in class after the notes. So that's kind of all we're doing in algebra today, just arithmetic sequences. We might do some extra board practice in between the notes and the homework just to see like how much time we have left in class. And then today, wearing my Indians gear, or I should say Guardians, as they face the Yankees today. So we got a nice little spirit day today and Thursday. So I'll be cheering them on tonight. And that's really all my updates I got. Tomorrow's PSAT day, so I won't really be doing anything in algebra because we don't have class. But I will check in with you tomorrow and let you know if anything happens that's exciting today. Our warm-up for today is to create the table for this function. I'm not asking them to graph it though because they don't have like the coordinate grid, and some of them struggle really hard to draw a coordinate grid. And then we'll go over it and have them check in a different colored pen, and then they need to check their location for tomorrow for their PSAT testing. And our meme for the day, our pictures, I'm looking pretty sharp today, haha, happy Tuesday. Good morning. It is Wednesday and I just need to do a quick chat because I'm a little bit behind. I could not find my keys this morning and we have PSAT testing today. So that is why my room is now in rows for testing, and we were allowed to wear our alma mater, so good old supporting my Eastern Michigan people. And yeah, so I just need to put my stuff down, lunch down. Today's gonna be a couple check-ins, probably during lunch or after the PSAT testing, or during parent-teacher conferences, because I also have that 5 to 8 tonight. So I have PSAT testing till like noon, lunch, planning, then I have go home, let out the dogs, come back for parent-teacher conferences 5 to 8. So it's a kind of a busy day, but like not really teaching busy. So yeah, so I just wanted to check in with you this morning before I head to get proctoring stuff for the PSAT. I'm not proctoring, I'm just a floater, thankfully, unless, you know, that changes and we have like lots of absences. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I ran to my room so that I could, you know, chat with you before I have to go to the PSAT. And this is the first year freshmen, I think, are doing it digitally, and that is where I'm floating around and helping. So I'll see how that goes, and maybe I'll let you know whether I like it going digitally or, you know, the good old paper pencil bubbling it in. Yeah, so I will check back in with you guys later. All right, so it is 11:30-ish. We just finished the PSAT testing and everyone's getting released, so now it's time for lunch. But I just wanted to update you. So I was mostly with the freshmen who are taking it digitally, which was really new to, like, I think this is the first year that they're doing it. So it's kind of cool to see, but we had lots of technical difficulties at the beginning, getting kids signed in, and then like having them, you know, like they had to force quit everything, and some students didn't know how to force quit everything, and then it was just like a struggle with that, with the lockdown browser and like getting them, you know, prepared for that. But once we got that going, it was like smooth sailing with like starting the test, finishing the test, administering it. And as a floater, I really didn't do a whole lot except for at the beginning, because I had to go around force quitting students, you know, tabs and settings that were open, and because I'm like, oh, it's closed, but you know, it just wasn't force quit yet. So we did that, and then once we got going, it was kind of boring for me, at least as a floater, but I just covered some bathroom breaks. And then I wanted to point out that as I was walking around, usually I get about 6,000 steps by the end of the school day. I had about 5,000 steps at 10 a.m. So that was interesting. I, you know, took a couple breaks and sat down, but for the mainly, I was just walking around and helping people, and I had about 5,000 steps. Sorry, I was trying to see how many steps I have on my watch, but I don't know how to do that and hold my phone. So I'll put you down for a second. So I currently have 7,025 steps, and it's 11:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna eat lunch, Then we have a little bit of PLC planning time, and then I have parent-teacher conferences. So I'll check in with you later. So we just did our PLC planning, and I made it back to our classroom, and I graded some homework, some graphing homework that was due. Then we did some, for our PLC, we did some pacing for the next couple chapters. We actually got all the way until our midterm, which is in December. So for our pacing, today was our PSAT testing day. Tomorrow we're reviewing, no school Friday, reviewing in our chapter test on intro to functions. And then we are going to start with function notation, like adding function notations like f of x plus g of x. And then we'll start into our chapter 5, which is linear functions, and we get into rate of change, slope, slope-intercept, point, slope, form. We have a review. No students, this is the end of our quarter. Reviewing on the 31st, and then we have our quiz for that chapter. And then we get parallel perpendicular lines, standard form, reviewing. We have our remote Wednesday every quarter, our test for chapter 6, and then, or chapter 5, then we go into chapter 6. We have Thanksgiving break, and then we finish chapter 6 right before we review and test for chapter 6. And then we do scatter plots, and then we have a review for our exam right before Christmas break. And then I'm just going to transfer some of it, at least for next week, into my Algebra 1 section, because I don't have what we're doing after the test yet. So I'm going to use my colored pens for October since it matches and fill that out. So I made it to parent-teacher conferences, and I only have 2 signed up. So parents had to sign up and choose Zoom or in person. They had the option of choosing Zoom or in person. Both my 2 are Zoom, so that's fun. So I have 3 hours. Last week I had probably 7 or 8 parents come, so it was better, but now I only have 2. So I'm going to rearrange my furniture back from PSAT testing today. Plus I did a brain dump of things I can work on while I'm waiting.
How'd your first day go of conferences? Right? 8. Okay. Now I have 2 and then we'll go Zoom. Well, looks like we're gonna get a lot done tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Happy Thursday. Today is my Friday, so I'm excited because we don't have school tomorrow and teachers don't have to come in either, like completely off. So I'm excited for that. And I wanted to mention that I forgot to check in after parent-teacher conferences because they were 5 to 8 p.m. and I only had 2 via Zoom. 1 did not show up. And then one that did show up was scheduled at 7:50. So my only parent was 7:50 to 8, and of course I wanted to leave right at 8, so I didn't do a check-in. But that was good. That was, fine. It was just kind of boring. I rearranged room, updated my board, stuff like that. And then obviously today we get to wear our Guardians Indians gear again today as they play game 2. And then I wanted to show what we're gonna do today. So today we're reviewing, like day 1 reviewing. We have a chapter test on Tuesday, so Monday will be like our actual review day. Today's more of like a fun review day. Monday will be like a hardcore review. Tuesday will be our test. So for our review today, we're gonna do a quizzes. So that's online. They'll do the quizzes. I think it's 22 questions for the quizzes. And then so when they're done with the quizzes, they have to pass like a certain percent, like probably 18 out of 21 for them to move on. Otherwise, they'll retake it. And then when they're done with the quizzes and I see that they pass the percentage amount, they're going to work on a coordinate graphing Halloween activity. Now this came off of Teachers Pay Teachers, and so I picked the positive and negative coordinate. They have one where it's just positive, but we have all of the coordinates negative, and what they do is they plot these points. So they'll start where it says start, and they'll plot all these points and then connect them after it says stop. So they'll connect them in order, and this will make a shape or a line or something. And then they start here, plot all these points, connect them in order where it says stop. That'll make another shape. And these are all like Halloween pictures. And I labeled them so I know which one they have. So if they ask for help, I can help them. But I want to hang these up around the room. Now this is a lot, and I know they won't finish it, especially after the quizzes. But we can't give homework this weekend because it's Family First weekend, so we can't give homework. So I might make them extra credit due like the day of the test, so do Tuesday as like a couple points extra credit because it's not super important. So it's not like something I want to give for like a grade or for anything like that. But I want them to color it too because I think they'd be really cool colored. So I'll show you. This is the zombie. Then we have a witch, vampire, the little jack-o'-lantern with a kitty cat in the pumpkin, a ghost, and then a Frankenstein. So I did like, I think 3 of each so that each student will have like different ones so they can't, you know, just like copy each other's. But I think that's really cool that they can all pick one, and I'm just gonna have them pick a random one. They're not gonna know what these letters stand for, or they might not even know that there is a letter here. So I'm just gonna put them in piles, and then they'll pick off the pile when they're done. So it'll be a surprise to them too. But maybe I'll do like a 1 point extra credit and then 2 points if you color it, because I like coloring and I want them, you know, to hang up on the wall maybe for Halloween. So maybe I'll make them extra credit for the test on Tuesday. So that's what we're doing today. So it is now the end of the day, Thursday, and our kids really did enjoy those coordinate grid graphing Halloween activities. No one finished them yet, so there will be homework. I'll make it due the day of the test for extra credit, and then we get an extra point for coloring it. So we'll see how many students take that opportunity up to do that. And then tonight it is my puppy, who, if you have watched on my channel, I did a day in the life of my puppy I got, miniature dachshund named Mars. A while back I did a day in the life for him. He is 6 months old today, so we will be celebrating him. I might give him a treat or something from like a bakery, like a puppy bakery or something, to give him a treat. And then tomorrow, since I have the day off, I will be doing adult things. I have to get an oil change, I need to get a haircut, I need to return things to Amazon. So it is a day off, but not really a day off. I get to sleep in, so that'll be nice. It was a little strange week, so I'm glad that you followed along. And please subscribe, like my channel, comment how your school year is going, if you took the PSAT this week or when you guys are doing it. I really appreciate you watching, and be on the lookout for my next video.